What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome on back to Dragon Age Inquisition. As always, if you're new here or haven't yet, please do subscribe, leave a like and a comment, and of course, if you want to catch up on the rest of the Let's Play so far, go ahead and check the description below. The whole series down there in order for everybody. So, at the end of the last episode, we stumbled upon this issue right here. There's a locked door there with a bunch of Veilfire runes strewn around this, so let's take a read of some of this stuff. And where one brother fell, the other raised bloodied axe in hand, alone. And dwarves and their riddles to gain entry to places. So, if I recall correctly, the way that these puzzles all work is as you read them, they give you a poem or a story, and you have to light them in order that the verses all make sense as one coherent piece. So, it should be somewhat common sense which ones to light first. But each ruled differently. They argued, and heated words made the brothers duel. So it's not that one. The two we already read cannot be the first, because it would make no sense. And worked together for a time, side by side. Each ruled half the tide. Obviously not that one. Fairel's sons built monuments to their fathers, locking away his great works, which would, based on everything that I have seen so far, mean this is the first. You will know if you get it right, because if you don't, it will summon a bunch of demons. Fairel's sons built monuments to their fathers, locking away his great works. And worked together for a time, side by side. Each ruled half the tide. So each ruled half the tide. Worked together side by side for a time. Each ruled half the tide. But each ruled differently. They argued, and heated words made the brothers duel. And then we only have one more to do, which would be... And where one brother fell, the other raised bloodied axe in hand alone.
Oh, something for our efforts.
A burial chamber, I
And
think.
the door is open. Let's hope we don't need that lamp. What do we have in here? Key fragment, dwarven banner crown, masterwork dual curved blade, and a superb ring of critical damage. Very cool. The dwarven vase, and we got a mosaic piece of sacrifice. Okay, so that was quite lucrative. That critical damage ring, especially. Okay, so when we left off, I was in the middle of going for this camp. So now we got this tomb out of the way. I will go ahead and make my way down there, and I'll meet up with you when we arrive. Yeah, there's going to be lots and lots of walking around and exploring this episode, but I'll try to keep it relatively cut up, nice and easy to digest. Here's one of our camps, and the gigantic rhino-looking thing that's in the middle of that. I wonder if we have to fight that to get it, or if you're just hanging out. We good? We seem to be good. That makes me happy. Find whatever these are and the gigantic herd of them that are here was not on my to-do list, I can tell you that much. Don't need it, but I want it. Free lumber. Hunter.
It's a pleasure to see a new face. Watch out for those Templars Mages. They aren't so kindly as Hunter Mag, which is me.
Anything I should look out for?
Watch out if you have to fill your water skins. There's more monsters than normal staking out the oasis.
Do you know what the Venatori mages are doing here?
Arguing amongst themselves, mostly. I think they're trying to find a way inside that tomb with the two statues. It's locked tight as far as I can tell.
Well, I already took care of the one with the two statues, I think, unless you're referring to a different one. Is she... No, she's not Inquisition. She's just a random
Like I'm
hunter.
out here for game. What do you hunt?
Not game. I bring back fine furs and shiny teeth they cut and sew in Orlais. I'm not the only hunter here. Val Royal is always hungry for the best. You can make a fortune feeding that beast. Quillback spines, for example. All the fashion for men's hats last winter.
Duke Kellington was responsible for that little fad.
Ah, give him my thanks. They sold for 50 gold a dozen.
50 gold.
Farewell.
He's eating
Keep your
well.
water handy.
A cool little interaction there with the hunter. Right, let's take a look. We have another camp right up here in front of us, which are very spaced together, huh? Suppose we can just head on up the hill and get the next one until we run into something worth distracting me for. Here's something that might be worth the distraction. I did mention a little earlier that there is a very important merchant around here that is one of the best in the game. One of the most important to find in the game too. So we will be looking for a giant Grand Canyon looking ravine smack down the middle of this map that separates the two parts. And that is where we will be immediately going when we find him. Because he has some goodies. He actually might not have goodies that I can show you, because I did the golden nug thing, so the schematics might not show up this time, but I assure you, he has some of the best stuff in the game. It's this merchant, and then the one in Emprise Stillion. Those are the three spicy ones. Too long to pop your glyphs, sir. Good night. Yeah, this merchant will be very good for any of your needs. We finally found something worth doing in these camps. Sketch of Canyon Tomb. Short note, Marina. Whatever you do, leave the canyon before it grows dark. Unearthing these tombs is a delicate operation. We can't work with giant arachnids spitting at us. It's enough to make me wish we hadn't lost so many Red Templars at Therenfall Redoubt. Say what you will, they'd make short work of these monsters. I'll go back to the main camp and request an escort of soldiers before we enter this place, preferably during the daytime. Arminum. Oh, you are in the ground. This is the other burial tomb, so they had two of them marked out for us. Yeah, aside from the emerald graves, this area is actually one of my favorite in the whole game. I love the way this place plays out, and look, the vibe of it is immaculate, right? The starry nighttime desert land, the giant moon in the sky, has a super cool vibe to this place. I am an appreciator. And here is one of the tombs. That is probably above us. We'll get that on the way out. Is this the one with the giant spiders? No, this just has a Venatorium. Different kind of pest. Yeah, I'm going to assume whatever this is tracking is above us. There's definitely nothing here. I guess we'll just hope that that's actually above us. And I guess they already took care of this place. They already looted this tomb. Second piece of sacrifice. Odd, I thought this was another one of the main tombs. Let's check up top, because I see more red up there. And that whatever weird quest track dinging is up here too, so... Journal on Dwarven Ruins. The inscription on the ruins are all in the old tongue. Thank you, grandmother, for teaching this ungrateful brat old Dwarven. The writing talks about the sad parting from the stone hundreds of years ago. Several houses left their taigs to settle here under one leader. They were running from a war, or running so there wouldn't be a war. I read and reread the pillars until the light faded, but I know I'm missing something. I'll go back tomorrow. I wish Felicity's sister hadn't talked her out of joining me. I could use an extra pair of eyes to keep watching at night. Let's keep watch at night, rather. Yeah, I don't know where this red is. He definitely wasn't in the tomb, though, right? We definitely checked that. Oh, it's this fucking thing. I don't know where its child came from, but that's gonna die too. Oh no, they're replicating. We work in the hive. Thank God they didn't decide to make this kind of a fuss when we were fighting the Venatori, huh? He really are coming out of the woodwork. What do you drop the Spider Ica? Nothing worth farming them out for. Alright, that little shit down there can stay down there. Or not. He would like to die. This thing would like to die, and I would like to oblige. I would also like to not miss my entire volley on the steps. I don't think the blizzard was necessary, but I appreciate the sentiment. Kill it with fire and ice. Alright, so where we at? This is where the camp is. More lights and more Venatori. Yeah, this asshole's good. Knock him down so that he's disabled for me to run in and do that. And quick bounce back. Throw everything for the big boy. Set off that chain reaction. I want this to be dead first. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. And alley-oop on the last one. Invisible. He is invisible. I don't know how he casted invisibility on himself, but dead now. He might have actually just fallen through the map in hindsight. Not sure. This is the big chasm down the center of the map I was referring to.
And the Venatori hiding everywhere.
Inquisitor.
Now we have multiple camps established here. The way into this valley is not here. I think it's probably that way then. Let's look at the map real quick. So I think here is the peak of it, and I think you run down into it from over here, I think. Because I think everything here is far too high. No, this is how you would drop in. It's right here. You run by this. That's gonna sting a little, yeah. Okay. Our companions will teleport down to us, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, down this crevice is the merchant I was talking about, so I'll go show you this guy while we're here. He has most of the things you're going to be looking for, and everything that he doesn't have that you're looking for is going to be inside Emprise de Leon.
I'm aware. I'm also aware they grow larger with each retelling.
The one where she became a hero of legend.
From what I've heard from so-called witnesses, I have to wonder.
You are too modest, dear. You could have parlayed that victory into more than a position at the Divine's right hand.
If I was someone else, perhaps. I simply did what I needed to do.
You gotta love that attitude, not after fortune and fame. Just doing what was necessary at the time. This dog, by the way, the Mabari right there, is the merchant. Or at least it's the one that takes care of the goods. Which is very cool. Mabari Warhound there, making shmoney. At least as smart as your average tax collector, that one soldier in Ostagar's dad used to say. Man, that's a reference. Rather tragically, can't pet the good boy. Breaks my heart every time. But what we can do is take a gigantic advantage of how good all of his fucking wares are. So, right off rip, it's gonna be the schematics that you want from this guy. But even this is pretty good, right? 43, sorry, armor rate, and we would lose out on a little bit of dexterity, but we would get magic defense and range defense, sorry. And it's only a cost of 2 dexterity. And for 6,000, I think I'll actually take that trade. Not gonna have any weapons or accessories. He is gonna have some things that you can put onto your upgrades, but again, the main reason we're here is for the armor schematics. So he is where you get the Templar armor from, the Sturdy Prowler armor, the Battlemaster armor, and the Battle Mage armor. This is all best in slot stuff for Rogue and Warrior. Sturdy Prowler is the best for Rogue, and Battlemaster is the best for Warrior. Battlemaster is what Cassandra is using, and Prowler is what I'm using. So. Real quick while we're here, let's sell up some of the nonsense we have. We'll sell all of those goodies. And we're back up with the money, so we didn't really lose anything. But yeah, you definitely want to take advantage of this merchant right here. That is the way forward. Buy those schematics, level up your character, you will thank me in the long run. Because a lot of the stuff that he has for you is best in slot that you're going to have for a while. This is your first time through. Sturdy is obviously better than the default one, and then it goes up to Superb, I think. We already have the Superb because we're already packing schematics from the Golden Nug thing. But I guess this is the one that the books were talking about, huh? The 2 statues and then the spiders. Probably this one. Before I mess with any of this, is there more things to read, or am I just supposed to light random shit? Because I don't want to light that if it's the incorrect idea. We should be safe to light these, but there's also 3 of them, which makes me feel a little uncomfortable about doing that. So let's save real quick, and we'll know we fucked up because it will spawn demons. That was okay so far. Okay, so I think out here is just, they exist just to exist, I guess. We'll light them all. Don't know if we're supposed to, but I will do it regardless. Right. In here. More pillars. There's more stories to tell. After many years, Fairel, greatest of paragons, could not bear life's burden. And with the burden growing, he called his sons to his bedside. He bade each son swear he would take care of his brother. And the brothers swore. Okay, so I think that has a really common sense order to it. Let's see. This one first, surely, right? But yeah, after many years, Fairel, greatest of paragons, could not bear life's burden. And with the burden growing, he called his sons to his bedside. He bade each son swear he would take care of his brother. And the brothers swore and moaned when their father returned to the stone.
There's the door.
Yeah, super common sense puzzles, but fun. A cool way to learn about the lore of all this, I think. What do we have in here? We have Superb Ring of God Penetration, a Masterwork Serrated Greatsword, and a Key Fragment. Yeah, this place is super cool. This whole tomb thing is one of the reasons I like it so much. And we actually haven't fucked any of them up yet. So let's see if we can get through this whole thing without screwing any of those up. Righty, where are we off to next? I guess we'll just follow the canyon to its natural conclusion, and then we can zip back up here or here. But we'll get the canyon cleared first, so that I don't have to come back here wondering if I missed anything. Yeah, I think it would be this location, and then the Emerald Graves are probably among my favorites in Dragon Age Inquisition. I really like the Emerald Graves. Emprise de Leon is kind of a pain in the ass, but it's really good for things you get out of it. But in terms of what I enjoy, it's definitely this one and the Emerald Graves. They stand out to me as the two favorites. I'm looking for a way to be cheeky here that might actually really backfire. Because you're not supposed to be able to, but I want to, so. That's fine, we found it. We found our way to be cheeky. Why take the way they want you to take when you can just hop over? There's something I can do with this. I guess I was just glowing because of the treasure. A draft of cold air from the canyon brings with it the sharp stench of rot around the overlook. Puncture wounds dot the corpses of Ogurn and its unlucky owner. Probably from the spiders, I presume. Maybe the Mabari belonged to him then. I mean, I hope not. If that's the case, that's kind of sad, right? Okay, let's keep on heading further into the desert. What do we have here? That looks like a slave cage. I hear his Dambala. Give me the power, I beg of you. Ass over here chanting. So. Would love for you to hit your little grapple, Inquisitor. Thank you. Back up a little bit from that immediately before he swings away at us. God, this is one of my favorite builds in the entirety of the Dragon Age series. It's so fun to play.
Please don't!
You're safe from me.
Why, Andraste, thank you.
Yeah, you're definitely safe. You are free now. Looks like most of the slaves that they brought here didn't survive the crossing. Looking at that. Oh, pride. I would love for my stamina to come back here at some point. I'm gonna go ahead and stun that pride demon immediately. Go back in its face now. Seal, just in case. He hit me by accident, what a little shit. Aiming for Cassandra and I walked into it. You're welcome, Cass. Never say I don't love you. And my Inquisitor proves his affection. He eats random fade shots. Of course I picked the one that wasn't the Pride Demon for Cass to interfere with. First time we've seen stone enhanced with fade like that before, that green glow that's in all of that. Haven't seen that before. I hear magic chanting again. This camp is about to belong to me, gentlemen. Knock him on his ass first things first. We're not gonna reach that. You're gonna have to have time to set up, unfortunately. Right. There we go. Beautiful. All for you. Put him on his ass again where he belongs. You're alive? Up that. But he died forever ago. That's another camp for us, and it looks like we have 2 quests here, and another tomb cave. Take a look. Sand-covered note. Lephus, I expected the wagon we sent out to the canyons to return to the watchtower by evening. It is now past noon. That it does not take half a day to travel from camp to camp should be obvious, but if no one has the sense to be alarmed, look for them immediately upon finishing this letter. Take archers with you. Those spiders in the canyons seem to fear nothing but that screeching monster to the east. I'll be by the 4 pillars. Devernix. Screeching monster to the east, huh? Astoris. The work goes well, but we're bound to be followed sooner or later. I've set up a watch on higher ground, in the Sunstop Mountains, obviously named by someone who never beheld a real mountain. If you're looking for Harmonum, he is looking for the tomb in the canyons to the west. Magister Eurathus. But there's a Magister here. I would like to pay him a visit. I have words. We'll take the tomb and the camp. Thank you for your contribution, Magister. Four pillars. Astoris. Not only did we find the dwarven tomb precisely where I said we would, the writing on the stone uses a transitive verb found only in scripts that predate 700 TE. It means, obviously, that these ruins were built before the first blight, just as I predicted when we started this expedition. I believe you owe me some gold. Avanthum. Well, he's not going to be around to collect, and the other one won't be around to give. Let's check this tomb out. I imagine there will be another similar Balefire puzzle. Unless this one is one of the ones that's already been looted. Oh, there's another Balefire puzzle. Demons of the Stone. Until further notice, do not tamper with the torches. Lighting them in the wrong order summons demons. The inscriptions on the pillars indicate the correct order, but wait until we have confirmed the accuracy of our translations before proceeding. I have made maps to the other tombs where there are similar structures. Let the same warning stay your hand there. Magister Gallus. Below this, someone else has written complicated formulas and scribbled many notes. Demons bound into the rock. How did the ancient dwarves manage it without mages? Binding runes, subtle properties of stonework, investigate. Gang carved into the walls. Could be translated from Old Dwarven as stone waste or impure spirit of the stone. Dwarven superstition saw demons as impure spirits of rock. Study impossible with dormant demons. Ask Cephas and Eurathus for help with binding. And then that's the map to the others. That's a Templar. I guess a Red Templar. Or maybe just a regular Templar that they brought here to try and do something about the demons and he got cooked. For pride these holes were made, to honor a father's deeds and grieve his loss. Who, against their father's wishes, fought from foolish words and foolish pride. It's not that. And for loss these holes were made, to honor brother mourned. This is the tale of Fairel, Paragon among paragons, father of 2 sons. This one first, perhaps? Maybe. Okay, so we nailed that one. This is the tale of Fairel, Paragon among paragons, father of 2 sons. pride these halls were made, to honor a father's deeds and grieve his loss. Who, against their father's wishes, or from foolish words and foolish pride. And for loss these halls were made, to honor a brother mourned. This is the tale of Fairel, paragon among paragon, father of 2 sons. Who, against their father's wishes, fought from foolish words and foolish pride. Should be this one, right? Okay. Who, against their father's wishes, fought from foolish words and foolish pride. For pride these halls were made, to honor a father's deeds and grieve his loss. And for loss these halls were made, to honor a brother mourned. So now we're down at a 50-50, but considering that one has "and" in it. Thank God. Gambled on that one. Thankfully, I already knew that if you lit the wrong one, it causes problems, so we didn't have to come to this one first to get the explanation on that. Another piece of sacrifice. And another piece of purple loot, I would imagine. Superb ring of attack, 10% attack, which is also pretty good. Some masterwork spiked longbow, Bianca arms, and another key fragment. Whatever they're all building up to. How many is that? That is 3 tombs, right? I think that's the 3rd one we did. We did the one at the start of the episode, then the 2nd one in the canyon, and then this makes 3. It's hard to tell sometimes with the way that it chops it up, and we did go into one that wasn't actually... Patrol's gone missing in the bone fields between the canyon and the 4 pillars. Do we want to push up the hill, or do we want to stay on this side of the hill? Probably stay down on this side, right? And take care of all this concisely, and then we can fast travel to this and push up after we take care of this stuff. So then let's go get the Field of Bones thing looked at, and then we'll use that to wrap the episode. Very, very large place. Well, something dead is down here, speaking of the missing patrol, because there are vultures circling around the dead. So I imagine I found where the missing patrol is. Almost at another level up, or more spooters. More down here. Oh, and mama bears there too. You can see the mother spiders. Can you land a fucking shot? There we go. What I'm trying to do here was that, so that they couldn't advance to my party, but it's a little late now, I think. And you can see the damage they are capable of when they gap close like that. What is butt fucking you all? This guy? That was sketchy, but again, I think we found the patrol. Yeah, thought so. And they were Red Templars, looking at that. They brought Red Templars here to help with the excavation process, I presume. And it didn't work out very well for them. I'm trying to be mindful of running into runaway slaves. Something in my brain is telling me that you can find a bunch of them, and when you free them, you get some approval with Cole, and I'm after approval with Cole because we haven't gotten his personal quest yet, and I think that's tied to approval. Or maybe it's a main story tag, but it's dry in my head that it would be tied to approval. If you don't have high approval, then how are you supposed to get somebody's quest, right? Because we haven't done much with him, so I think it would make sense that we don't have his personal quest yet. He's the last one, I think. Him and Blackwall, right? No, Vivian too. Yeah, him, Blackwall, and Vivian. We haven't had the personal quests. Of immune there, huh? Assume that's him being immune to Sunder. Well, all those damage numbers are going through his guard anyway, thanks to guard penetration, so sooner or later he's gonna fall over regardless of what he wants. Have another. Have some more, so should be back here in a second. Taking it like a champ, though. Right, what was I doing? I think what I will do for the remainder of this episode is just go clear these rifts on my own time. These are just shards, so I don't actually need to show anything left here. So I'm actually going to wrap this one on up there. Thank you for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like and a comment on your way out, and I will see you with the rest of the tombs and the hidden wastes next time. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Peace.